Okay, so we're going to do a little preparation for the door, the big door. We've both been a little nervous about this because this is quite expensive and quite heavy, and it's mostly glass. I think it weighs 200 pounds or something like that altogether. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a few blocks of wood and we're going to very carefully screw them to the outside of this casing, I think it's called. So that way, and we've already measured our opening to make sure it's definitely going to fit. So with these screwed at the top and at the bottom, we can then slide this door in and it'll end up, I guess, where we want it to be in association to the siding, because this door is actually going to protrude the distance of our siding and our trim, so that way the door looks flush with the siding, but more importantly that it can open up all the way, because it's an outside swing door, so it can open up all the way out to the what you call it, to the side of the building. So eventually when we have a small deck out here, we can open it all the way up and have a larger living space. So wish us luck. About, I don't know, somewhere around there. And then we'll be able to push it up into place. And that will stay up against the wall, so it won't be able to slide out or anything like that. The tricky thing is, though, Akira has to, once we get it to a point where we can hold it easily, she's got to unscrew these real quick. Unless you want to do it without that. So should we test it out to see what it feels like?
I already know what it feels like. That's going to be...
Should I help it all by trying to lift at the bottom?
That's what I'm thinking. Well, see, he wants to tilt it and then slide it
I
in.
want to tip it up like a wall.
Yeah.
And then we butt it, and then we're going to push it up.
If she keeps pressure against it, then we can
Right.
tip it up. Should we give it a test? And then if it doesn't work, we'll have to just tip it back down?
Well, if we're going to go for it, we got to
Okay.
stick it in and do it.
All right. So,
So,
I'm gonna just-
Linda, as we're going to tilt this to you, just hold on to it, and you're going to hold a little bit of it too.
yeah, but we do have to get it flat.
Right. So it's
Yeah.
you're going to actually be doing this, so that's going to be
It'll be
down.
down by your waist, probably.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what? Now I have no handle.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. You ready, hon?
Yeah, what's behind? Are they going more?
All right, you picking it up? Oh, shoot. Look at that hose. Yep. You in?
Yeah, I'm in. Yeah, keep pushing. Keep pushing. Right here, grab it. Yep. All right. All right, we got it. Good job.
There you go.
There it is. It fits. Wow, that was a little scary.
Yeah,
Especially when that started
see that
to-
door opening up?
Yeah.
I'm gonna let go for a while.
You can let go for a second. Yeah. Thanks, Mom. That was great.
Yeah, no, you needed you.
Yeah.
You needed
for
you
sure.
definitely. Because you kept that.
The pressure up again. When we need that pressure, so
Exactly.
we can pop up off.
You did good, hon.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna run in and
put the shims or whatever you gotta
put a
do.
couple, at least get one or two in. All right, so you guys got that. All right.
That way you can see a line and see if we have to wiggle this around at all.
Yeah.
Good job, sweetie. Because if you gave me a shim, I can get it so it's both the same.
Let's
I think one's going the other, you know.
Yeah, let me see if I can slide it past that. Okay, there we go.
There you go. Yeah. Here it is, right there. That's just
Right there. All right, I'm gonna go with that because that didn't seem to push. I'm gonna start with that, I think. Yeah.
Okay. What are you doing?
All right, so we've got a few screws in just to hold this in place. And so now we're going to attempt to open these doors and just see how they operate. If they're operating correctly, we'll put more screws in. If they're not, we have to adjust these shims to square up this casing so that everything operates nicely. So we're going to pop this out here. This is like a temporary, I don't know, bolt or something you could say. It's a plastic piece. And so now when this comes out, this door should swing and hopefully it doesn't go anywhere.
Oh. Do you want me to be outside?
Boy, it looks pretty good, but. So the reason that, if anybody's looking closely, they're probably wondering why we just screwed right into the face of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of didn't have a choice. I can cover that up later, or we can leave it because I don't mind the stainless steel look. But if you come over here, when you open this door, you've got the places where the screws are supposed to go, and there comes the cap. But the way that this is set, there's nothing, our trim isn't in, and this isn't against the side of the house because we have a rain screen and we have a really thick trim. So this whole door casing is out about 1.25 inches. So there's really nothing there to screw to anyway. So we didn't have a choice but just to go into the face. When the trim is on, we could go back and put those in, but really the support's going to come from probably these inside. We're probably going to have to add more. So that's why that looks like that. And then they leave out some screws on the hinges that we'll have to put in. But again, I don't know. Those might actually catch the framing of the house, but they might. This one's going to be awfully close, though. And we'll probably have to put one right in there, too. I'm not going to swing it out all the way because we don't have a whole lot of screws in this yet, but that's going to, these will open up. And then it looks like, so here's a little adjustment probably. We'll have to do this. See. Oh no, I've got this open, so. Oh, I see. So that's in the open position, and then that's in the closed position. There we go. And then when this is in, so this will be our main operating door. So here's something that. So when we ordered this was it's called a left out swing door. But to me this seems like a right out swing door. Yeah, it looks good. I gotta get more screws in it, so I'm not opening it up all the way. But